Hi Ahmed, thank you so much for having us tonight. You're the founder of Emirates Legal Network, and I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more about why you created Emirates Legal Network and your objectives.
Well, thank you very much for being here. Basically, Emirates Legal Network started as a small WhatsApp group where a bunch of lawyers are talking to each other, updating each other, brainstorming legal knowledge, and just updating each other with some news and so on. And by the time we figured out how necessary this is and how beneficial for everybody, and we started growing it and started to invite a lot of other lawyers, because the more we invite others and the more the number grows, the benefits multiply. Basically, you get connected to a lot of in-house lawyers and private practice. You get connected to a lot of people who are not even lawyers, but they're working together with lawyers, like notaries, like translators, CSPs, and so on and so forth. And the benefits, it was very obvious, it was very easy to realize. And the more and more the group grew, and the more and more we are socializing and working together, it became more solid and more beneficial for the community. And it's just building a legal community and of peers. You argue, ask some questions, and you get help.
How important do you feel knowledge sharing is in the legal profession? Because I think perhaps in times of old it was seen as, don't speak to your competitors. Do you feel like those barriers in between different firms are starting to relax?
Well, honestly, my whole legal career was built on networking. I do much more business with what you can say they are competitors, but in reality we're just business partners. There's enough business for everybody. There's enough expertise in the market to cater for everything, and it's impossible that you find one lawyer or one law firm who have all kind of fields of law covered. So with this network, I don't feel that anybody is finding it a competitive place in terms of being jealous or trying to take business from each other, but we'll find a lot of synergies, and this is very evident and proven by the amount of business to business that is exchanged between the members.
Great. One of the key things that came out of the talk this evening was about mentorship. Is that something Emirates Legal Network does? I know that you're working with Grow Mentorship. What does that look like?
Well, basically, even before we started with Grow, we were receiving a lot of interest and applications from university students who are studying law, and fresh grads and people who are very junior in the field, and they wanted to get some guidance, and they always come to the social platform and ask some questions, and we were always very happy to help them. And even in the rules that we set for the communication of the group, we have one of the terms that you have to be very careful what you say and what you share, because we have among us students and fresh graduates. They have to make a good example to them. So even before we worked with Grow, we were very welcoming to have students and fresh grads being among us, to be able to find interns, because we want to work with interns because they are very helpful, and at the same time helping them finding a job or getting it easy, accelerating their career. And we were doing that for about a year, and then when we learned about Grow and we saw what they did in UK, we just find it just makes sense to partner with them. And as you can see, the event is very successful.
Obviously, you're very senior in your day-to-day job. You're the managing partner of your firm. Have you benefited from mentorship programs throughout your career?
Honestly, when I was starting, we didn't have this word. Even the word coaching did not exist. We just had trainees. So we join bigger firms or smaller firms as a trainee, sometimes unpaid and sometimes paid, and we had to seek mentorship by just watching and asking questions and so on. But I'll talk about my experience, my personal experience hiring interns. So every summer we used to hire 2 or 3 interns in our firm. Some of them are thinking about going to law school, not even in law school already, and some are just in law school or fresh grads. And we saw different potential between each of them, and that's why one of my staff, one of my associates right now, she came as an intern, and we like her so much. We realize that she has the capacity, she has the understanding, she has the capabilities, and that's why we chose her to continue. So offering this mentorship or internship programs in the firm allow us to find someone who their values and their skills fit us. So it's always a very successful journey for both, I guess.
Okay, and for someone starting out in their career today, what would be a key piece of advice that you would offer them? It's a hard question. It's
really a hard question because there's so many things combined that makes this career a good one. It's a very, let's say, the biggest part of the legal profession is a very stressful job. It's a very stressful atmosphere. You work with people's money or people's freedom or people's families and so on. So it's really not a very easy profession. So maybe my advice for everybody is to understand if this is what they really want or not, and pursue this career if they really are passionate about it, if they love it, if they feel this is what I want to be, then they have to give it all. They have to push very hard, they have to work, they have to read, they have to sacrifice in the beginning, few years, few hours, few nights with no sleep. It pays off. Just hard work always in this profession pays off, but you will never be doing it if you don't like it, if you don't love it. So if you love it, stay. If you don't, find something else.
Well, it was a busy event tonight full of lawyers, so it seems like a lot of people do love it.
I guess so as well. I hope so as well.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.